This is my. Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, your host of Warren First 931, and it is a beautiful sunny Thursday morning. And with me, of course, is the one and only Joey. And of course, everybody knows him from Tunnels to Towers, but he has a lot of many hats that, just like all of us here that are movers and shakers, wear in this community. And one cool thing, of course, during this holiday season is about giving. It's better to give than to receive. And is it like the EMTs have put this together? It's called Fill the Ambulance. Who put this together?
Well, I stole the idea. There's another department. I can't remember which county it is, and I saw
Yeah.
it on news too. Last year we did kind of a smaller drive in partnership with Gracie Brock.
Yes,
Gracie.
I remember.
Gracie's
Yeah,
our
love her.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She was our 2023 Fairest of the Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So we helped her with one, and it's just something we as the employees kind of wanted to do and make it bigger. So I stole the name from another department, and it's really taken off. So
Yeah.
we're really excited about it.
And filling the ambulance, what exactly is that? I know you have specific items you guys are needing, because I know starting on Sunday, people are already dropping off, was it blankets and stuff?
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to come up with a way that whatever your particular passion is, whether it's kids, animals, hunger, whatever, we wanted to be able to help.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, in our job, a lot of times in EMS, we only see people on really bad days.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever really happy to see us, even if it's even if it's a happy ending, they're still having a bad day. They have to encounter us. So it's good for us and for the public to kind of get to see us in a different light.
Yeah.
So we talked to Judge Ryan Moore. I reached out to him and said, hey, who can we help?
Yeah.
So he connected us with the Hamilton Street Activity Center,
Mhm.
because they've got some specific needs.
They do a real good job with those kids.
Yeah, Lisa, she's wonderful.
Mhm.
So kids' clothes, kids' gifts, things like that. We're wanting to help the animal shelter. If blankets, I talked to them the other day. Specifically, they want Purina puppy chow,
Yeah.
Retriever brand high protein dog food. They've got that at TSC.
Okay.
They need that. Any food we get, if anybody wants to donate non-perishable food, we're going to take it to the food bank. I mean, whatever you want to give, we will find somebody.
Find where it needs to go.
Yeah.
So it's not like one specific organization.
No, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're wanting to help collect and give it to the people that are already doing good work. We want to support the good work that they're doing.
I love that. And if anybody that is watching that this morning, where are any of the drop-off points?
So
there's multiple ones, right?
Yeah. EMS Station 1, 103 Magnus Drive across from TCAT, where Farm Bureau used to be, behind River Park. That's our station. The ER staff at River Park has jumped on board. A lot of their staff is already donating. We're going to do pickups at Christmas in the Village Friday night.
That's right.
Saturday night also we'll be doing pickups. Saturday, December 14th at Walmart from, I think it was 9 to 2 is what we decided.
Okay.
We might stay longer if we're not freezing,
weather depending. Yes.
And I had a great conversation yesterday with Coach Lippy and Chris Hobbs at the high school. They're going to see if they can help us out with a collection point too. So
that's awesome. At the school or something.
Yeah, we're thinking about trying to do something in the basketball game.
That'd be smart.
So we're working on that. It's not official yet, so
be watching.
Yeah, be watching.
And if anybody needs to know any of this information, is there a contact, a person of contact they can get in touch with, or Facebook, or what?
Yeah, this is not just me. This is all of our employees. This is all the shifts. There's 34 of us and one dog that wear a uniform, and this is everybody that's coming together and do it. So they can call out to the EMS station anytime. It's 473-3929.
Yeah.
If whoever's on duty, they're not able to answer, they'll connect you with somebody. We'll get you taken care of.
I love that. And guys, we've been talking all week and last week about all these nonprofits and all these organizations, including Joey and them, with filling the ambulance. again, find an organization that and kind of capitalizing on what he's saying here is like, right now the Ron Hillis toy drive is also going to be officially between now and December the 14th. If you have a toy and you're in that area, drop the toys off with you guys.
Absolutely.
And they'll give it to the Ron Hillis toy drive. I mean, there's all these many outlets to use. And it's like I said the other day on the show, on Tuesday's show, if everybody in this community donated $1 to each organization that we had, they each could have almost $40K a piece. And I say that really, I mean, if you could just donate $1, if we had 40 organizations, pick one, donate $1. And I just think it's great because we have over like 40,000 people in population that live here. So, but is there anything else that we haven't tapped on?
No, that's the important stuff. We, like I said, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We just want to support the people that are already doing help. So
Yeah.
come out and be a part.
And then to keep talking about what's going on this weekend, starting Friday, of course, is Christmas in the
Christmas in the
Village,
Village.
and it's a Friday and Saturday event. This is their
This will be our third year.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it's third or fourth.
It's our third.
So, and again, if you haven't checked it out, it's really neat. Where the village at the Warren County A&L Fair is opened up, and it's so pretty.
It's cool. They do a lot of good work with that. We've got a group within the fair board that really takes the lead on that, and they do some amazing work with that. So it's awesome.
And not only are there going to be vendors set up in the village houses, they're going to be set up in the long outside underneath the pavilions and the sheds. I mean, every space is full of vendors. And if you're still looking for one of those last minute items that are like one of a kind finds, this is where you can find it at craft fairs and such. And the other cool thing is, I know that the Grinch is going to be at the Christmas in the Village. Santa, is he going to be at Christmas?
As far as I know, yeah, unless he gets busy. He's supposed to be there.
He's supposed to be there. And then the entertainment that they're going to be having on the stage, on the school stage. And it's just going to be a great time of caroling and having fun. And Brian Carr says, thank you, Joey, for all that you do.
Yeah. Hey, I know. Yeah, it's Mr. Howell.
Yeah. What?
You have to ask him about that.
Okay. I know him as Santa Claus. I know him as Dr. A.L. Blackburn.
You'll have to ask him about that.
Okay. Blackheart, Dr. Blackheart. I will. But with that said, if there's nothing else to get, because I know y'all are busy, he's brought his little friend down there. You can't see Benny down there. Donna Carr. Okay. But is there anything else we missed? If not, you are welcome to go, man.
Y'all come see us.
See you, Joey. I'll see you this weekend. Weather permitting for me. If it's too cold, I ain't getting out again. But with that said, guys, as it is bright this morning, it's really hard to see my computer screen today. I am battling. I'm just going to be upfront and honest because I am transparent on this show. I'm not contagious. I always have to say that first and foremost. But after the show, I'm going to just go get checked in case. But I have a sore throat again. And if this comes out like it's supposed to, prayers for me, please. But I think it's just that I've stressed my throat too much. And I think Tuesday night at the Christmas in the Park really did it for me. But, if it is infected, I have to get on medication. It is what it is. With that said, we have so much going on this week. Don't forget, for example, this right here, it's McMinnville's Nativity Festival. Join them. It's their 11th annual Nativity Festival. And they're going to be featuring hundreds of nativity scenes from around the world, featuring some live music, artists depicting the life of Jesus Christ, family-friendly activities. And keep in mind, this is also a free event to the public. You don't have to they don't charge you anything to come in through those doors. And it's Friday, December the 13th from 5 to 8, Saturday the 14th, 3 to 8, and then Sunday, December the 15th from 1 to 6. And if everything works out, I will be being there, going a little broadcasting live just with the ladies for a few minutes that morning on the show to get like a little sneak peek. So again, it's at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, located at 562 Shangri-La Lane, McMinnville, Tennessee. And you can follow them on Facebook at McMinnville Nativity. Okay. And then Let me go grab one of the things right quick. I forgot to grab a flyer. Sorry about that. But with that said, if you have not seen this week's newsletter, they are out and about. We're going to upload them on, send out the digital copies today. But this is all about local community news, the happenings and things going on. I do want to tap on while I got a lot of you watching. It's we have to reiterate a story that we said on Monday and Tuesday show. Um, the Southern Standard put out, because we read it verbatim, about congratulating the new tourism development manager and that Pooples lady. And it said in the Southern Standard that she was going to have a salary of 105,000 and $900 something, right? Well, we were notified by City Administrator Nolan Ming, and that information's incorrect. She actually, he can't give us the exact amount, but he can say that it was less than half of what she's getting for her salary. And I mean, still, that's a lot of money, but we just wanted to make sure that we corrected ourselves here on the show because, like we said, we are all about transparency. And I thought, when I read it from the Standard that it was correct, but, sometimes things get it just gets misinformation, and that happens. No one's perfect. And, but again, the lady that took the position from the tourism, she got less than half of that price, price tag on there. And I think Melody is messaging me now. Maybe she'll be to talk to you. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Well, with that said, so I just wanted to make sure I correct myself on that. And when we find, if then again, I don't know, she's not going to be getting paid. From what I understood, the money's not coming from the city, the taxpayer dollars. It's coming from hotel taxes, is how I understood it. But we'll get more details and information on that as well as it gets closer to time and we can get some more clarity on it. But of course, if you missed it this past week, so far we did flip the switch, which you can see in the front page. It made it. And then, of course, Christmas in the Park was Tuesday night. It was an amazing time. Um, if you missed it, I do want to say that it did seem like it was a little low in attendance because of probably of the freezing temperatures. And if you decided to stay in, I'm just saying it's crazy. But also too, it was a great night. Ryan J. Moore did his thing like he always does, Judge Ryan J. And he did a phenomenal job. Thanks to Jason Gross and Community TVTN for making another amazing, awesome experience. Thanks to Main Street Media for the ice skating rink. Again, if you haven't heard, the ice skating rink is opened, and it's open to the public, and it's also free to the public because it's being sponsored by Main Street Media. And every night I've seen it since it's been open since Saturday, it has always been like maybe 10 to 15 at least people, on the skating rink and utilizing that. And again, it's just another nice little thing to do, an activity to do with your children while you're here in town. And again, in our newsletter this week, we talk about supporting local. And it's the importance of shopping locally this holiday season. A lot of these stores are mom and pop stores, and wasn't a whole lot of stores open Tuesday night. I know a lot of them did close. A lot of them did close on a little after 5, some at 5:30 and some at 6. There was very few shops opened at the end, I know. But it is what it is. They have that, that's their choice. But again, it is still important to shop at these mom and pop stores when you are looking for that holiday gift for your special one. And if you can't find it here, that's when I like for me, you venture out and you see what it's all about. But again, it's all in this article. I even posted on our Facebook and Instagram pages, like, the if you want to get like organized on your shopping list, like things to do. And real quickly, I'll tell you about them right fast as I'm trying to brave through this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to talk, but if I lose my voice completely tomorrow, I promise you I'll figure out a way to get it out there for you guys. So, with it being shopping season, the best way to stay organized in this or organized chaos, as I call it, I put a little list together and some tips to make you enjoy it, make it a smoother transition. One, creating that wish list. If you start and make a list of everyone you want to shop for, jot it down, gift ideals next to their names. Just keep your thoughts organized. This way you can focus on what each person would truly appreciate instead of going to the shops and being like, well, I'll get, slinging it. Two, set a budget for yourself. If you don't want to spend that much money this year because of, due to budgeting in general, decide how much you're willing to spend on each person so you can avoid overspending. So if it's like a $5 gift each, $10 gift each, just set that goal and you can make it happen. Shopping early is prime time. If you can shop between now and at least December the 14th, you're ahead of the game. Now, I always like looking for gifts starting in October. And if I see something, I'm going to get it for that person. But if I don't, I don't. Check online. Don't forget about the online shopping. It's convenient and often has exclusive deals. Five, consider experiences. Sometimes the best gift isn't something physical. Think about giving experiences like a cooking class, a concert tickets, or like a subscription box if they like, certain magazines and things. This can create memories of a lifetime. Like one of the things that me and my girlfriends are going to do this year is a do-it-yourself jewelry class. I thought that was really neat. Um, Also, to stay flexible. While it's great to have a wish list time, sometimes the perfect gift can pop up unexpectedly. So be open to new ideas and opportunities. And lastly, get creative. Doing a handcraft ideal of your own, like making a handmade card or just anything homemade, like making homemade treats. I mean, that anything like that. I've gotten jam, cookies, candies, fudge, and those are really nice gifts as well because when they bake it, they're baking it with love. And I promise you guys, with all these strategies, you'll be set for a successful Christmas shopping experience. And speaking of those delightful things we love to eat, sweets and more, I did post a survey on here. It's a holiday poll. It says, which holiday treat do you love the most? And I want to say thanks to everybody that commented on it. You can either pick gingerbread cookies, peppermint bark, eggnog, and sugar cookies. And so, with that said, we had over 20 something votes on here. And I love how, hey, you can always change it to Judge Ryan J. Moore he says peanut butter balls. And those are delicious too. Brandy said C, and I'm adding E also, peanut butter balls. Tiffany Walker said gingerbread cookies. Those are also one of my faves. Penny Crouch said Christmas tree cakes. Yes. Who does not? Has anybody tried the Christmas tree dip where you get all these like little Debbie Christmas trees and you put it in a bowl and that dip is delicious. Delicious. Also, let's see. Somebody said eggnog, fudge, and then we got more eggnog, sugar cookies was the biggest one voted on so far. Sugar cookies was the biggest. And it doesn't surprise me. You can't go wrong with sugar cookies, right? I can't wait to make the dip. I know, Brian. It is so good. And while everybody's on here watching, is there like a special thing that you do with your family? Like when it comes to baking and stuff? Do you guys like bake cookies for Santa together? Do y'all like, I'd actually do a special day set aside with my friends where we come and we bake together and we make like little cool little sugary treats. One year we made, it was the neatest little thing. We got Rice Krispie and we made Rice Krispie reefs and we dipped them in green chocolate. And then we put like, sugar or not sugar, sorry, sprinkles around it to make it like a little more festive, like it was a reef. Have y'all done anything like that? Oh, so good. I always have to have my tea. But I do want to say thanks to everybody that got on there and did the poll. Holly Cox, if y'all have not heard, they are going to be doing a fundraiser on December the 21st. And all this information is online on our Facebook and Instagram page as well. But can't wait. Here is our next big fundraiser. Please make plans to attend the showing of the new Mufasa movie, December the 21st at 4 o'clock at the Three Star Cinema. Tickets are $8 and can be purchased from me or Sabrina Keaton. We have PayPal to take cash. You can buy at the door from me at the day of the movie. Proceeds will go to the shelter doggies. And make sure to give a huge thank you to CK, Casey with Pure Wealth Partners to helping sponsor this event. That's just another event going on that everybody needs to know about. We talked about Christmas in the Village, where there's going to be pictures with Santa and the Grinch, hot chocolate, crafts, and more. And that's the 6th and the 7th this weekend, starting on the 6th at 5 p.m. to 9, and December the 7th is going to be 4 to 9 p.m. And that is at the Warren County A&L Fairgrounds. And then the Thomas Black House. Again, that's going to be on Friday, December the 13th and Saturday, December the 14th at the Thomas Black House for a Victorian style Christmas. Now, if you have not seen the Black House and its festivities, or festiveness, I should say, with Christmas decorations and more, you really need to go see it. It is so beautifully put together and it's just, it's old school, it's Victorian, it's so beautiful. You got to check it out. But I do know on Saturday, if there's anybody that's listening or knows of somebody, I'm going to start calling my friends. They're looking for some people to sing on Saturday. And Saturday, the times is from like 12 to 5. Even if they get like 2 or 3 people to kind of break it up on singing, they're looking for some folks that could sing. Should we dress up for the Black House? I think we should. Why not? I don't have a lot of Victorian clothes, though. I don't have any at all, actually. But hey, if anybody's got Victorian style, I'll dress up and sing carols. I think that'd be fun and interesting. Also, we shared this on our page. Raven Young got with Jimmy Haley, and he talked about the history about the property of Main Street over here, Center, which, of course, if you know Raven, she's doing a phenomenal job here downtown, renovating those buildings. And Mr. Haley is our Warren County historian, and he does such a phenomenal job. If you haven't seen our History with Haley shows, he does a great job at that. And you can see a little bit of it on our TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. But if you want to see the full episode of her talking with Mr. Haley, that will be on there. You can go to their YouTube channel. It's at Raven Young Designs and listen to the full interview. An event that I missed yesterday because I was trying to brave not Victoria's Secret, no. But with that said, yesterday the McMinnville Young Professionals presented a check to the kids of the community. It's also on our page. And again, it was just a great time. Supporting this incredible local organization is the heart of what we do. And we can't wait to see the positive impact that it will have on the youth of our community. And McMinnville Young Professionals, let me see how much they donated. they know donated $1,500 to kids of the community, and that's going to go a long way for those people, because they just do a phenomenal job. There's a lot of behind the scenes underdogs, whatever you want to call it, that really truly do a phenomenal job. The movers and shakers that are behind the scenes that not a lot of people see or hear. And if you want to help out and be a part of the movement in this community, you can find them. And if you want to know what kind of organization needs help or anything like that, you're always welcome to call me or text me at our number 931-305-0869, because that's just what we do. We try to see a need, fill a need is what I always did. And yesterday, if you didn't know it, it was National Cookie Day. And I just wanted to know what everybody's favorite cookie was. And the Vanilla Bean put their cookies in there. I don't know if that was a caramel cookie or a chocolate chip cookie. What is your guys' favorite cookie? Let's see. I'll ask you guys. What is, I should say, what is your favorite cookie? Right? Get it on. There you go. It's the only thing that can help my throat. It's good times. Um, Also too, I'm really getting excited this year for Christmas, the holiday season, um, because one of the big things I wanted to share with you guys is my Christmas plans with my friends and my family. And if you want to share yours, you can as well. But this year is going to be extra special to us because um, we're doing a double whammy on December the 15th. We're having our Cotton Christmas where the whole Cotton clan comes together. That's my mom's side of the family. And we eat, we play games, we just laugh and tell jokes, and we just really play catch up because everybody's at a different, not everybody, even though some of us live here, we don't get to see each other like every day, all day. So, um, it's just a good time to get together and be with your friends and family. And then on top of that, um, my niece, Madeline Stubblefield, she is graduating on December the 13th. And so when I say a double whammy, we're going to have her graduation party on the same day on that Sunday. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what her next chapter in life is going to be. I can't wait to see it. But since we're all together during this weekend, we were just going to do it all together where we have a Christmas party on top of a graduation party. And I wish her nothing but the best. She has since she's had a lot of hardships and a lot of struggles to get where she's at today, and it just amazes me, and I'm always so proud of her to see all the stuff that she has accomplished, and it's not stopped her. Like, these hardships haven't stopped her. And dual enrollment, going to doing summer and doing year round school, and because that's how she's always been. But I cannot wait to see what she does, and what woman she becomes in this world. It's just going to be phenomenal. But I love her to death. She's my niece, and we don't get a lot of those, and I love her for that. Again, when I forgot to mention this with Christmas in the Village, it is free admission. You don't have to. They're not going to charge you at the gate when you come through. But of course, the crafters, the baked goods, the jewelry, home decor, and food trucks, and so much more. Come out and explore all the fun, cool things at the Christmas Village. It's something different. And I know as it gets bigger and bigger, and last year, I remember I just love seeing how they make a Christmas tree out of the flagpoles. It's just so pretty, and it's a good time. Um, let's see. Let's try to see if there's anything else I have before I go on the next one. Okay. Oh, today going on, I am so excited. It's the second annual Jingle and Mingle Christmas Open House, celebrating 100+ years in business. And this is with the Chamber. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah, the McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce. Yes. And is with Main Street McMinnville. They put them together. They're celebrating over 100 years in business. It starts that's weird. Okay, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an open house. And I guess at 12 o'clock is going to be when they do their ceremony. So if you want to come there for the ceremony, it starts at 12. They said, we can't wait to help celebrate with you, McMinnville Chamber of Commerce. So again, come out, check out their open house. And I cannot believe it's been 100+ years they've been in business. That is phenomenal. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, and like I said, if you are a nonprofit, again, I've been working on the calendar. We wrote down as many, I know you can't see that. That's so bright. We wrote down as many as we could. Let me see if I can do the picture. Calling all businesses, community groups, nonprofits, civic groups, churches, and any political candidates. We made this post a couple of weeks ago. If you have not seen it, get on there. It's pinned to the top of the page. We're trying to get a head start on the 2025 calendar. If you know a date is coming up, please feel free and message us. We try to put as many nonprofits that I could remember in our head, but there is a ton. I mean, a ton. And so if you know an event that's going on, put it in the comments, say what nonprofit or organization you are with, and tell us the date that it's going to be so we can put it in the community calendar and get that ahead of time. Don't forget, we do have a prayer list. It's ever so growing. If you have even an unspoken prayer and you want to get it out there, because there's a lot of prayer warriors in this community that don't even need to know you to pray for you. That is what that prayer list is for, because there's no shame. And then, of course, going back to the newsletter, we had a great article I wrote about the mistletoe marketplace where it created Marion Bright. The Grinch was there and everything. Macy Newby, if y'all didn't hear, she was crowned Miss Warren County over the weekend. God love her. See, there's her pictures. Love it. Got a little article in there about that as well. And then lastly, talking about the events coming up. And of course, all our events right now are being brought to you by Reddick Brown Ford. Chris Chalfant and them do a phenomenal job. How they have rebranded themselves and becoming more and more involved in the community. And they're ever so growing. And that's all they want to do. And I'll tell you this, if there's ever a moment where you're just like, you're not satisfied with something that they do or don't do, you just got to tell them and they'll fix it. So let them know. Don't forget on December the 7th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Helen's on the Green, they're doing a come and eat bid on auction items to help raise money for their critters. This includes non-alcoholic drinks, salad bar, and food buffet. Also, the Bonnie Blue Inn. We actually got to go, me and Melody went to go visit that this week on Monday. Call and make a reservation though, so you make sure you have a seat. But their open houses from now till December the 6th. So get on that for tomorrow. It's the most wonderful time of the year to make plans to join us for our Christmas open house from 11 to 2. There's going to be goodie bags, door prizes, lots of holiday snacks, and the full tea room menu will be served. And so they have, when you go in there right now, they have homemade potpourri where all you have to do is take that bag, and it even has the instructions when you go home to take it and to put it in boiling water and then make make the potpourri smell. It's really neat. So make sure you get on that. December the 15th is Iced to Meet You at the Milner Recreation Center. This is a $75 fee, but it will include a $200 or 200 piece starter and beginner set of decorating tools. Also, tips, turntable, piping bags, cake combs, scrapers, and etc. One durable apron, a 2-layer white cake, icing, and a nut in a box. So again, if you want to be a part of that cooking class, that seems like it'd be super fun too. Make plans to go do that. Santa will be in town. You can visit Santa after the McMinnville Christmas Parade on December the 7th from 3:30 to 5:30 in the Magnolia Room located at the Warren County Administration Building. Kids can enjoy snacks and Christmas-themed activities, including making reindeer food, traditional Santa pictures with a free downloadable image made by the Painted Barn Medium to start off your perfect holiday season. All of this is just for $20 per participating child. Sibling discount is available. At the trolley, the Rock Island trolley, I should say, you can see the Grinch. He will be there on Sunday, December the 8th, which is this weekend, from 1 to 3 p.m., located at the Rock Island trolley stop. Make sure you go check that out. And if you want to know the complete list of what's going on, make sure you check out the Facebook post as well, because we have like 20 pages again. At the detention center, there's going to be free pictures with Santa. Bring your kids and your phone and take pictures with him. The 7th is 11 to 1. December 13th is 6 to 8. And December the 21st is 2 to 4. And I know that Santa Claus. And I know him. He's amazing. Y'all need to go check him out. At December the 13th at the Hot Wheels skating rink, they're doing their ugliest sweater competition again. Friday night, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So be there or be square. And don't forget that the next second Saturday will be December the 14th from 5 to 8 p.m. Bonnie Blue Inn, we did talk about this, but they're going to be having a Christmas afternoon tea on December the 13th at 2 p.m. I think it's $15 per person. There's tax included in that. And make sure you get that going. We talked about the nativity scene and the Black House, the Victorian Christmas. Don't forget that Athena Tattoo and Iron Tusk, they're one of our two tattoo parlors here in McMinnville. They are going to be doing a holiday Christmas special on tattoos. So if you're a tattoo person or you want to get your first one, go and see what they're going to be doing. They're kicking some cool specials around. I know that one of my Christmas gifts this year to one of my cousins, we've been talking about it, is to get a tattoo. So, and I do have tattoos, everybody. Don't be shocked. You just can't see all of them. But I got one here on my wrist. This is every tattoo I get is like a meaningful thing. I got my initials of my married name, KS, on my back. I got the 1/3 because there's 3 friends or 2 friends of mine that they're my ride or diers, and I'm 1/3 of that group. So again, it's just gonna, whatever Christmas gift you can come up with, find something that's special to you. And the tattoo that me and my cousins have always been talking about getting it's a smiley face. And it's actually the smiley face that my grandma would draw on our Christmas cards and stuff. Even my mom does that nowadays. But I would like to have that on there just to have a remembrance of her. Krampus Christmas Chaos is going on December the 14th only at the Rigor Mortis Haunted House. Now, if that's your thing, go do this, because this Rigor Mortis is one of the top known places in Tennessee to go to, and it's in McMinnville, y'all. So if you like getting scared and you believe in Krampus, because he is one of those holiday things, get on that. Check it out. Their promotional video is scary. Hella scary. And again, I don't see it. Jordan Winton, he's one of the guys that helps put that together. He's that really good class musician or magician. Make sure you check that out. It's going to be well worth it. If you like getting scared, like, at haunted houses, you're going to like this. It's all about Krampus. The Three Rivers, the wonder of it all, is December the 14th and 15th at in Rock Island. You can come see Bethlehem on December 19th, 20th, and 21st from 5 to 8 p.m. The final walkthrough will be Sunday, December the 22nd, and you can see all that in our community calendar. At the Rock Island Trolley, it's going to be Santa's favorite reindeer and friends. So make sure you come out and see that. And again, like I said, we had more events on the digital copy. If you want a copy of that, sent to you on a daily. Just text the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869 and make sure you add your email in there as well. I do want to give a shout out because on tomorrow's show, I'm going to have a pre recorded special guest on. I got to interview yesterday the Lady Raiders, which is our JROTC group that First Sergeant Tim Howard is the coach of. And the ladies won over the weekend national champions. We have national champions in Warren County. It's phenomenal. I know it's not talked about a lot, but you can see it on our Facebook page as well. Because I'm telling you guys, the girls, I got to interview them. They're very bright young ladies, very well mannered. They talked to me about the experience of at the Nationals. They talked to me what they did at Nationals, and they talked about the benefits of joining, like the Lady Raiders or the Boy Raiders team for JRTC. There's all these opportunities for basketball, baseball, softball, golf, but there's other opportunities now that I didn't have when I was in school. And I'm telling you, we have fishing, archery, bowling. We have the JRTC Lady Raiders and Raiders. There's so many other ways you can get scholarships other than, sports related things. We have a great drama class. We have the choir. We have all these different attributes that a child can connect with and stick with and stay with. And so if there's something that your kid loves to do, find that club. Because I was talking to Mr. Howard about it, and I was like, so when kids come to school, like, is it just like sports where they don't like you playing multiples because, about breaking bones and stuff? He goes, no, I've had some people from the Pioneer Pride band on here with us, and they've done both. Because my son right now wants to do band and be a Raider. And so I was like, okay, if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. I know he's only in fourth grade, but that's stuff he's talking about wanting to do. And as I'm remembering it, I just want him to know, make sure that he can do all these things. Is he coming over here? Are you coming in? I think Joe's coming in. Yeah, he is. Get on in here, son. I was like, is he coming to visit?
You open the door on this, you're going to regret it one day.
No, I won't.
You're going to say, why did I ever tell Joe to just come over and say, oh, yes, this is
Joe's cup. No, it's got his name on it. So there's not a mistake.
That was a gift from my wife.
Oh, how sweet. Yeah. So what brings you over here?
I saw you sitting here by yourself. I thought you looked lonely. So,
well, thank you.
What are you talking about this morning?
So this morning I talked with Joey, and he is over the Fill the Ambulance. And then we kind of piggybacked that with talking about Christmas in the Village. We talked about all the ton of events that are still going on between now and the end of this month.
No reason to be bored around Christmas.
No,
none whatsoever.
And I'm so glad Joe's over here, because I want to say this. When me and Joe were in high school, which was, for me, it was like 20 plus years ago, okay, guys? Yeah. We did not have half of what's going on here.
Oh, no.
We didn't have, the downtown was just starting to be built.
Let's see. The first initial stage of it all happened when I was in college. I remember because I got a ticket for when light you can turn red on, right on red.
Yeah, sure did.
I got busted on that, but that was while I was in college. So no, man, downtown in the late 90s, early 2000s. If you weren't a lawyer, there was no reason to be down here.
No.
There was no restaurants. There were banks and law offices and the courthouse. That was it.
Tops Frozen Yogurt wasn't here 20 years ago.
Nope.
Not even the Cumberland Biscuit. None of this was. It was the Main Street Bakery.
Yeah. Well, I think that was after that.
Who was it before Main Street Bakery? I always forget. Oh, she passed away. My mom's going to kill me. You know what I'm talking about. It was here all the time, and they always opened for breakfast.
Mom. Yeah. It was good breakfast. I remember I remember going in there for breakfast, and was while they were working on that, just thinking, man, the park there, it's going to be so cool having that down here. So, But yeah, I do remember the restaurant you're talking about. I cannot remember the name of it, but I don't even remember the lady.
This is when like smoking was okay.
She was a band parent. I remember her daughter's name was Anita.
Yes,
but I cannot remember her last name. That might be it. But I don't want to guess.
Yeah, we're not guessing.
But she was super sweet, and her restaurant was great. She had the little breakfast buffet back there.
She had the pies and the cakes. This was before Kimmy's Tea Room. All this stuff that came down to McMinnville. I'm telling you guys, we don't have half as like. I get mad now when people are like, and my kids too. There's nothing to do, and I'm like, wait a minute.
There's so much more to do.
There's so much more to do. What do you want to do? And then you throw it out there, and they're like, well, I don't want to do all that. Well, don't complain.
Corporate America left us in the dust. Hastings left. That was all.
Oh yeah,
there was.
That's
Hastings
correct.
And
Baskin Robbins and Hastings. I love that. So, yes.
But they didn't want anything to do. So our locals, we had to do it ourselves.
We came up with hangouts like, where do you want to meet next? And people would literally meet outside of if Hastings got too bored, they're like, well, let's go to Baskin Robbins and sit outside for a minute, and that's what we did. We had to be creative and come up with our own hangout stuff. But no,
I did. I had a throwback. It's not a throwback that far. I was in Collins River the other day, and I asked them how long they had been there, because there was there was a couple of different things it was before it was Collins River. I caught the small window where we had our mine and my wife's wedding reception in there when it was Kelly's cupcake shop for that short. It was
I forgot about that.
Kelly's last name escapes me right now.
I can't remember her name, but I do remember.
Sweetheart lady. She's great at cupcakes. It was right when the cupcake trend was the big deal.
That's where I got my cupcakes from.
We had our cupcake tower and our make your own cupcake station at our wedding reception.
That's
and we
so
did
fun.
We did it upstairs, and that was after Capilano's.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What was it?
I don't know what it was before Capilano.
No, it was Capilano's was, I'm pretty sure, the one that kind of brought it back to life. But then was the Magnus too.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, and then who bought it after that and made sandwiches?
Yeah, that was the Magnus era.
Okay,
that was that
Rich in them.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Someone from out of town. It wasn't a local person.
I'm telling you guys, we have seen a ton of transition to where it is today, where there's stable businesses, permanent business, long-lasting businesses, I should say. And just to see where our community has grown, like if you want a cup of coffee like a Starbucks feel, you can go down to the Vanilla Bean. They open up at 7 a.m. Yeah. You can go sit in there, chat. And I know they don't open up all week long. Yeah. But again, everybody has their own thing. You can get hot brewed drinks here after 10 o'clock. I mean,
great coffee here at the Tops. And the more you show up down here, the more days a week they'll want to open.
That is correct. The more you shop, the more they will see the need.
The more business we have, the more we'll do. I tell you, talking about days of the week other than Friday, Saturday, we just had it was a rental, but it was the that 70s jukebox countdown show.
Yes, how fun was that?
It was the Monday night before Thanksgiving. We had over 300 people there. It was a great show. Yeah, that's a good night at the Park Theater. 300 people. Yeah, it was great. We likened it to an Opryland show. It was very, it was a lot of medleys, a lot of some narration between like the songs talking about during this era, this happened.
Oh gosh,
during the Nixon administration or something like that. They would, they would just talk about the history that was going on, and then they did I think my favorite part. Now the bass player, he was telling me his favorite part was they did a medley of all the great TV sitcom theme songs. So they did the Brady Bunch. They did Welcome Back, Kotter, and then all those great tunes,
all in one little song,
all in one little thing. Yeah, and it was an all female vocal lineup.
Okay, for the whole show.
For the whole show, yeah, they did great. It was a good time over there. But yeah, on a Monday night. So I think it goes to show you bring the talent. Doesn't matter what night of the week.
Yeah, I totally agree. And speaking of bringing in the talent, y'all have stuff going on at the park.
Oh yeah. We get to lean into Christmas heavy at the Park Theater. I love it. I love it. I love Christmas time. I love Christmas music. It's I've always been a big Christmas guy at our
Same. House. I would play it in November. I played it all around at my house.
It's It's definitely, it's my favorite time of the year. Like people get upset when it starts getting cold. I'm like, no, I like it getting cold because that means we're getting closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
But that's, that's just me though. But no, we were looking at a lot of different stuff for the Christmas time, and we were trying to get Linda Davis back was actually one that we were trying to get back. But she had a show that kind of conflicted and we couldn't make it work. And there was a couple other things we looked at, but I was really, really proud of our community when those things didn't work out. We were able to come to local talent and put together a really great Christmas season of shows. We had Christmas in the Park the other day. It was awesome. We had Santa Claus there, so it was great. That was a great line. We changed things up a little bit. We had some cartoons on the screen while everybody was waiting for Santa Claus. It wasn't like just the big line. It worked out really, really well. And of course, it was a lot warmer in the Park Theater than it was.
Oh yeah, if I knew, that's why there was a line going in. Okay.
But we didn't have the line. It worked, and we were doing some crafts on the mezzanine. So yeah, fun. that was a great event. And then this Saturday after the parade, we're going to have the Silver and Gold Band.
They're
going to come, as I refer to them as, the McMinnville Philharmonic.
Yeah, which to us they are.
Yeah.
And if you have not seen the Silver and Gold Band, you really are again missing out.
Yeah, they're a great. I mean, it's the oldest community band in the state of Tennessee.
Really? Mm-hmm. How old are they? Do you know?
It's over 100 years old.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So,
and that's what me and Millie, we couldn't figure out the time. I keep forgetting. I could probably text Jimmy Haley, and he probably would know how long. And that's right. Thank you so much, Linda Holland. Yep.
Oh yes. Holland. Yes.
And it was called The Bakery. Before and then somebody bought it and called it Main Street. I remember. Yeah, now it's coming back to me.
Yes,
I love Miss Linda because we used to do stuff here all the time where they did stuff on Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then sometimes they would do events even during February for Valentine's Day and stuff, where people would sing and do love songs that week. It was really fun.
Sounds cool.
I know, but Sing Along with Santa.
Yeah,
that's coming up, and I think that's going to be so much.
It's a good time. It's super accessible. It's not real long. It's probably an hour less.
Yeah.
So if your kids, if they don't have the closest attention, just bring them anyways.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's a get up and be loud kind of event. Santa does a great job.
Yeah.
Has lots of guests. I've been told about some things that he's going to do, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. It's going to be a big event, but we're doing 2 shows of it. It's going to be at 3:00 and 6:00 on the 14th.
On the 14th,
so that's
only.
On the 14th only. Well, we are lucky enough. We're going to have some field trip shows.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Yeah. So some of the schools are coming in. Going to bring buses down here. We love doing that. We love because when you do this field trip shows, there's a chance you're going to get a kid in there that's not going to have a chance to go to the theater.
That's correct.
They're not going to be taking a tea packet.
No.
Actually, and getting out in public and learning how to go to a theater and act appropriately. That's a part of that's a part of the education system. Learning how to act. So
teaching them to raising them as adults.
Yes, absolutely. And so we're glad to be a part of that. And we love helping to get kids excited about performing arts, singing, dancing, all that stuff, because that's what Sing Along with Santa has. It's got singing, it's got dancing, it's even got some.
It's not made to sit and just watch. It's a very interactive program.
Last year when we had it, man, woo! Santa came in. It was like Elvis had entered the building. Those kids lost their mind.
I bet
it was awesome.
Isn't it so great to see like that kids' Christmas spirit? Like if we could just bottle that up. And put that in her coffee in the morning. You know what I mean? Just
that energy. Yeah, we all need that energy in the morning.
Right. And then, we got to get your daughter in. I want to talk about the Greece trip.
We had such a good time on that trip. It was, when people ask me about it, the first thing I say was, it was a lot. We went with First Time Methodist down here on the corner, where I've gone to church since I was a punk kid. But we did a cruise around the Mediterranean. It was the Journeys of Paul.
Okay.
It was really, really cool to see all those places. I tell you what, I always love seeing other cultures, but the Italians
Yeah.
That's a kindred spirit to the Southern American.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody I saw speaking Italian, they were all smiling. They were all like, it was like, I don't know you, but I know you. Kind of. That was the vibe.
Like
I got.
Family thing.
Yeah, family thing, and also very, the food pushers. That too. So
I love that.
It's the Southern Americans, Italians. There's a kindred spirit there. I thought it was great. But no, we had a great time on that.
Don't turn down a plate ever.
And never ever. But we had a great time on that trip. It was a lot. We did. It was Italy, Turkey, and Greece.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
And how old is she?
She just turned 13.
Wow. Yeah, and to go to the 3 different places like that.
Yeah.
That was magical.
It was quite an experience for her. We were very lucky. There was a scholarship involved. She wrote an essay to
keep in mind, she didn't just get handed this. No, she had to work for this.
She had to talk about how it impacted both her scholastic life and also her spiritual life. So it was a nice combination of the two. It was but we the group we went with was great. Actually, it's only my second time traveling abroad. But Dr. Linda Young.
Yeah.
She was who took me on my first trip abroad. Which
Shut up. Dr. Young's wife, if you don't know, the veterinarians.
She took me to Belize when I was a punk 16-year-old kid. But this time around, we're walking down these cliffs in Mykonos.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever see it in Greece, the Blue Domes, and that's the city. But we're walking around, and these are trails you have to take donkeys up.
Yeah.
And I felt like I kind of redeemed myself from my years of being a punk kid. And one point she kind of lost her balance, and I've heard it called chicken winging it, where you get them underneath the arm like a kid.
Yeah.
Linda's not a very big lady, so she was starting to kind of tumble, and I had to grab her underneath the arm. I felt good about
like being it was full circle. Like you helped me out, now I'm helping you out.
Absolutely.
Aw, I can't wait. We gotta get her in here probably during the holiday time.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good time.
Yeah, and then I can shoot you all the questions, or if there's questions.
We can bring in a slideshow. Maybe we can.
Why not?
It was great, but
I love that. But no,
our ADHD, it just kind of.
I can go anywhere.
We can roll way.
I say squirrel.
Yeah.
No, but we talked about the Silver and Gold Band. We talked about Santa. Sing along with Santa. Is there any other events going on at the park at this moment?
So December 18th, we got the high school jazz band. Last year we did the whole band Christmas concert, and it was great. It was an awesome event. But luckily, it's a good problem to have. The band is big enough. They hardly fit on that stage.
Really?
Yeah. The high school band is so big that it's busting at the seams. It was hard for everybody to be seen. You had to, if your student was playing the marimba in the back row, you had to sit in the right spot to be able to see.
Yeah.
It was a great event, but it was a lot, especially with the transition. Mr. Farnham, I know he's kind of in a stage of flux. He's still involved, but he's not the band director this year. So we cut it down to just the jazz band, and
they're really good too. Yeah. I'm telling you, like all these kids you see underneath, like we talked about, the Lady Raiders, the JRTC group under the First Sergeant Tim Howard. You got Farnham that's doing a phenomenal job. And I'm just telling you guys, we have a lot of great people in the school system that are helping raise these kids, mold these children to be these awesome adults. And if you have a kid, I say this all the time on the show, if you have a child that may not be athletically there, but there's other things to do. You got the band, you got JRTC, you got bowling now, you got fishing, you got archery. Heck, there's probably a book club I don't even know about now. Like
not
a
everybody's a basketball player, but there's plenty of things to be involved in. And statistically speaking, the more involved students are, the better they're going to do in school, the better they're going to do in life.
The more they stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, and it's showing them responsibilities. at the end of the day, like I took Walker with me to do the interview, which everybody can see. We'll post the interview tomorrow of the Lady Raiders because they won. This is what I was talking about when you were coming through me. I'm like, I think Joe's coming over here. But with it said, they won the national championship this past weekend, and they competed, I think, over with 30 teams, and they won all the all their they were telling me, like, I don't want to say activities because that's what's in my head, but whatever
Events.
the drills that they were in, they won all of them, and one of them being where they broke a record for the rope building bridge. And so I got to video that yesterday, and it was really neat to see them. And this is the girls, the Lady Raiders. And it was really neat to see them put everything together. It took them yesterday, they did 1 minute and 45 seconds to build this rope bridge. And I was like, holy crap, what's going on? And the one other cool thing about at the national championships that was different from what we see, Mr. Howard was telling me how over there they actually had to swim in the creek. Whoever was the lead person to get the rope on the other line had to go in the water.
Oh,
yes. And again, when you see stuff like that with these young women and young men learning stuff like that, like survival skills, that is very vital to know in case of an emergency, because you can't just call your mom and dad all the time or call, what is it called? AAA, or, sometimes you need to know how to change a tire and all these things. But to see what they all did, and then they took me to their, which I don't know if you knew about this either. I didn't know that there was a JRTC course behind the baseball field.
When I was with the school system still, I feel like that was one of the later, it was one of the last projects I did. I was lucky enough to get to document them. And it was we kind of put together like a little promotional video for them just so they could show the younger students who were coming up to kind of give them some info about it. But it was,
it's really neat back there.
It's great. Yeah. And that's a great program. It's First Sergeant Howard, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't want to get his rank wrong.
Yeah, First Sergeant Howard.
But they
and he is retiring. Too.
Yeah. I hated seeing that because he's done so much good for that program. It's been great. We've had him
19 years. I think he was telling me 19 or 20 years.
So he must come along not too long after we left.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was like, we graduated in 2003. He's like, yeah, I think that's when and I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't have the good ones.
But we've had him come do the Veterans Day service at the Park Theater.
Yeah,
just great, well-rounded
kids,
young adults. That's what I'm looking for. And they come in and we know that they're there to work, and we put them to work, and they don't
get upset. They're like, okay, where you want me? And they also say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, which is another good. You need a kid. If you had to teach your kid anything, it's manners. It's just how to address somebody. And if you don't want to do it, no, sir, no, thank you. Not saying get out of my face, some kids do.
Yeah. But common decency. That's what we lack sometimes these days. Yeah. There's no common decency in the keyboard warrior era.
No, I try to get out of that chatter world.
No, yeah.
Every now and then I go on there and I see what we need to, like, if there's something important, like, for example, we just also talked about this where, because we read it from the Standard. If you're just now tuning in with us, we read, congratulating, and now I can't think of her first name, but Miss Pupils.
Yes. Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, lady. That is a really hard last name in the Southern world.
Yes. I met her for the first time the other day. She came and
Is she from here originally?
No, she's not. She's from Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she worked at Fall Creek Falls for a while. So that's her background. So the tourism, all that stuff is right up her alley. Yeah. But she came down to the Park Theater and we gave her the grand tour. She was really sweet, really excited to be working with us because we fall into a little bit of every category within the city. We're Parks and Rec. That's what the department we're under. But calculation of the shows that we produced last year, 40% people of the attendees were from outside Warren County. So
which also helps the downtown show.
Yeah, I would say we always want to be building on that, and someone coming in and being boots on the ground to to really execute things for tourism. It's a great plan. And like I said, seemed really sweet. We were really looking forward to working with her and having her help us figure out how to take that tourism portion of the Park Theater to the next step. So she's super sweet. We really enjoyed it. We wooed her with some coffee and tea.
Oh, well, there you go. I love it. Is she a coffee or a tea drinker?
She did tea.
Oh, okay. Like, she's my girl. That's
Miss
what
Ashley,
I'm drinking, tea.
She offered her coffee or tea, and she said, I'll take tea. So
I love it. But like I said, we mentioned a story and we read it verbatim really from the Southern Standard. But we just want to make sure correction because Nolan Mean called us and she's not the salary is not $105,000. It's actually less than half of that. Yeah. And so I want to make sure because I know with, of course, our city administrator just getting that $37,000 raise, and then you hear about this and I know that people are still, hurt from, getting heard no so many times this year alone about, budget cuts and like Meals on Wheels did not get, they did not get, money from the city this time. And then, some people like the girls from North Spring Street down here on downtown, they got denied